I gotta wait? How long I gotta wait for a press record?
Go.
Welcome to the shed, where Miss Dreme always has a story.
It's Dreme, and we got a season 2. Your Black Bostonian here, a product of a single mother who I work to make proud every single day. I'm a 3-degree holder, your veteran educator, your tech entrepreneur, and founder of the Chair platform. My platform is dedicated to supporting Black and Brown people on their hair journey by creating hairboards, connecting to hairstylists, and sharing haircare tips for a more joyous experience. My podcast is about sharing hair stories, educator stories, entrepreneurship stories, and stories surrounding identity with goals to leave you laughing, learning, and advocating. So come in and listen to the stories in the chair.
Where we share stories in the chair.
Hello, beautiful people. This is Sean. Sean, can you please introduce yourself?
Yeah. Hey, I'm Sean. I'm the owner of Chappy's Pickles, a small pickle company in Somerville, Massachusetts, among some other stuff too, which maybe we'll get into.
Sean and I met in college. He's also married to one of my favorite people on this planet. And when we met, there were a lot of Seans that lived in my dorm room at the time. And Sean had broken his arm. And so I just kept calling him One Arm Sean.
That's me.
Yeah. But Sean was the sweetest, kindest individual ever. And ever since then, we just got to know each other as people. And then when he started dating his now wife, I was like, "Oh, this is cool. I'm excited for this." And so I'm excited for this conversation because now he's doing all these amazing things and he's taking the time out today to chat with me.
Yeah, pumped to be here. Thanks for having me. Yep. We both have a lot of love for my wife, Miss Mallory Carroll. I told her I'd shout her out on here too. Maybe one day she'll be on here. You never know.
Yeah, when I catch her when she's not busy. Did you always know that you wanted to be an entrepreneur?
Yeah, that's a good question. I would say not really, but in some ways. Yeah, thinking about my upbringing, I kind of came from an interesting household where my dad and my brother were both professional gamblers. So I never really saw the 9 to 5 lifestyle. I mean, my mom was a school teacher, but it was kind of all centralized on my dad's work. And kudos to my parents too. Like they really raised me in a household where there was a lot of love and just like free living. I didn't have a lot of rules and they just want us to be happy and express ourselves. So I think that led me a lot to a lot of different creative paths. So I wasn't like, yes, I want to be an entrepreneur, but I think me wanting to explore a lot of different mediums, especially in art, is kind of how it got me into pickles and different art mediums. So, and I think certainly for myself, like I'm like a yes man when it comes to like trying new hobbies and stuff. I know a lot of people can sometimes struggle with that, where it's like, oh, I don't want to like just dive headfirst into something random because it could be embarrassing or a little bit like, I'm showing my cards to everyone. But for me, it was like, I've always just, yes, I'll try that. And if I don't like it, then I'll move on to the next thing. So that's kind of how I sort of got into the pickle world.
I remember I had an art scholarship at Lake Forest College. So I was always taking art classes, being in the building to keep my scholarship. And we would cross paths because I knew you were doing some version of art there. But then I also found when we had our casual conversations that you were majoring in business at the time. Did you major or minor in art because it was just a passion? And like, how does that connect with your world of business?
Yeah, no, I mean, I literally had no idea what I wanted to do. I was like, I started with like an economics major and then I decided to do business because I felt like it was general. And I also think from like a vulnerability standpoint, like if I had to do it again, I probably would have majored in art and studio art and digital design art and gotten way more into it. But something about like the vulnerability of it and like I want to be an artist was a little too much for me at the time. but I minored in it because I loved it, and just wanted to like try everything to see if I liked it. At the time, I didn't really know. I had started thinking about like entrepreneurial things at the time, but at the time I just wanted to do it. I didn't like have any like real aspirations of like how it was going to be like a career for me. And I also think like within college, like I don't know if I ever even thought about what I wanted to do. I was just like flowed with emotions. I was like, I want to play sports, and I just like I'm gonna keep on plugging along. And then 4 years later, you're in the real world. I'm like, whoa, now what?
How did Chappy's Pickles come about? Because it didn't happen right after college. So you
Yeah,
were floating about and doing all these other things before Chappy's Pickles.
yeah. It starts a long time ago, I would say. I tell this funny story of I walk into the kitchen in my home in Chicago. My brother's there, and he's sitting there eating a breakfast pizza that you microwave, and he's dipping it in ranch.
Ew.
And I'm like, Ian, what are you doing? And my brother's a man of few words, but he's a wise individual. And he turns over and he hands me a bite. And my mind was blown from there on out. I was like, oh my gosh, the condiment world and flavor and different profiles of it, like just exploded for me. So from then on out, I was obsessed with hot sauces, pickles, mustards, ranch, like you name it. Like I was eating it. And then in high school and also college, kind of talking about the art scene, like I really just like wanted to immerse myself in it. I was doing woodworking, I was needle felting, I was doing ceramics, I was painting, I was drawing. So then when I got to college, again, didn't know what I wanted to do, but I started thinking about kind of entrepreneurial things. Then I graduated and went straight into working in tech. And I'd say like 2 years post graduation, I must have been talking about having a pickle company for a little while now to people close to me, that my sister-in-law one Christmas gave me Chappy's Pickle Jar with like a logo on it and the dry ingredients. And he was like, hey, like you've been talking to us about this, like you should maybe do it. So I was like, oh, this is awesome. And then like immediately throw it in my closet, forget about it. And then 2 years post that, pandemic hit, and I was like burning my eyeballs out of my head, like working this tech job. And, I was just like, I need to do something, or like, cause this is horrible. I'm still working in tech, but hopefully I can make the pivot one day fully to pickles. But so then I just like dove right into it. I was like making all sorts of pickles, pickle flavors, sharing them with my wife, sending them across the country to family and friends, just getting feedback on it. And, from there, felt pretty good about a couple different flavor lines. And then my buddy Nate, who went to school with you and Mallory at BB&N, moved up onto the second floor, and he has an extensive background in food. And I was like, hey man, you want to do this with me? And then we shook hands. It was a handshake heard around the world. We kissed each other on the cheek, and we got to pickling. And then, today we're in a couple farmers markets. We're in 10 stores, but just kind of slowly trying to grow the wholesale side of it. And that's where we're at right now. That's the Chappy journey.
Where we share stories in the chair.
Look, it's my commercial. We will be right back.
It's more than just a bad hair day. It's a journey. Finding the right hairstyle isn't easy, nor is finding the right stylist or the right products. Looking in every corner of the web gets messy, overwhelming, and exhausting. All the ads, the articles, the products, the videos, it shouldn't be this hard, but it is. And now, it isn't. The Chair. A black and brown centered platform where you can design hairboards, connect to hairstylists, and share hair care tips for a new, joyful path on your hair journey. Avoid the clutter, save yourself hours, months, and even years of research and poor trial and error. Everything you need and only what you need is in one place. Hairboards made by people like you, for you. Find the right products, the right people, the right answers for you, stress-free. Join the Chair community and make every day a great hair day When you share your pain, you allow others to help you. And when you share your success, you help others get theirs. Lean on the chair. We got you. No stress, no strife. In the chair. The chair. The chair. All right.
Oh, and if you're interested to learn more about my experiences as a Black woman and educator in Guangzhou, China, I wrote my first ebook titled Nowhere and Everywhere, Captured Emotions of a Beautifully Broken Love Story. It is on lulu.com. Take a read and see some beautiful photography of mine. Enjoy the rest of the show.
The chair.
There's so many questions. I'm so excited. But like, why pickles? Just because you had an obsession with condiments? Was that really the beginning?
Yeah, no, that's a good question. I would say it was a obsession with condiments, but I also felt like when I'm making the pickles, there's an expression and like a form of art in it. And it's also kind of intertwined with the pandemic too, of like depressed and like wanting to connect with others and wanted to share something that I've created. I think that like entrepreneurial, like I want to make something and I want to share it with others. And I want to connect with folks who's there too. So kind of like three-pronged in that way.
Do you remember the first time you created your first batch and you sent it off to your family and friends?
Yeah. I remember, it's interesting with that feedback. It's like, I never really know if someone's like telling me the truth when I was sending it to them. I felt excited about it, but it was more so, it was less like I actually wanted the feedback. I just wanted to give something to them because I love them. And it was like a way to connect during that time. So I felt excited and I wanted their positive feedback so I could keep pushing forward. I would say like the first jar that I sold at like a farmer's market was very like gratifying. And I was like, yes, like, I'm doing it. I kept on telling people that like, I just want to sell one jar and that's it. It was probably like me mainly underselling myself because I was scared. But, now we've sold thousands of jars. So it's sort of like that. It feels good, but like there's always that imposter syndrome kind of sitting in the back of your head. Like, I want more. I want this to be bigger, like bigger and bigger. Like, when is it ever going to be good enough? So I'm getting to a point where I'm like, yes, these products are good. I feel confident in it. It's just continuing to reassure myself, having others reassure me as well, and continuing to expand it.
You started off just, hey, this is something to do. This is helping with my creativity during the pandemic. And then it evolves and you're sending it out people, you're having people try it. What was the moment when you decided this is going to be a business?
I would think once I started realized how much I enjoy it and that it could be a business, I was like, oh, like, why don't I just make this my life? That's how I started feeling. I was like, well, I just love, like, I feel like there's so many artists out there that, they have the passion, the love space, but the financial side isn't coming in. Unfortunately, that's sort of a piece of everyone's puzzle. So I was like, oh, I could do this forever and make money. That'd be sweet. So that was kind of my thinking of it.
We'll say 20 years from now. What is the dream for Chappy's Pickles?
I would love to be like a nationwide brand. And Nate and I will often have little dreaming sessions where we're like what if we had a brewery picklery attachment that was built out of like an old fire station? This is more Nate's idea, but I'm totally behind it. It sounds awesome. And we have these huge vats of pickle brine and jars, and also like a sub shop connected in some way. But also like from we would love to like keep it local and like build up our community and like have everything be locally sourced and funneling from the Northeast. Cucumbers are interesting where like certain parts of the year you can't grow them all year long. So that, weather-wise might not be completely 100% something we can do. But, we want to build up our community and also like really scale it as much as we can. But we have these kind of fun ideas of, we sort of envision ourselves like in a brick building on the part of Boston, like just getting our own place and being able to make pickles all day long would be amazing.
Do you have any additional dreams of your own?
Ooh, that's interesting. I have lots of passions. Like I was saying, like I dive into a lot of different realms that like, especially so like last year my mom passed, and she was very like present and loving, and like I feel like a funnel for my creativity. So when she passed, I was like, I'm just gonna dive headfirst into everything. And although I have my tech 9 to 5, I'm like gonna really try and like now's the time to like really go for it. So I started drumming. Like I want to start a band and like play music, and that's less of like a financial reward. It's more of like something I just love doing. It's fun. And she had always said she wanted to drum, so I was like, you know what, I'll drum for you. And then like I love fitness and exercise, so doing like part-time personal training, kind of seeing if there's a realm for me there too. And maybe one day kind of having like my own fitness studio. I don't know where all this time's going to come from, but these are ideas I have. Somehow it's going to branch into the picklery and the firehouse station. And then other dreams, I have like ideas too of like maybe opening like an art studio of some type, just for people to get in there and be creative. But those are some of the things I've been thinking about. Just diving into the creativity realm as much as I can, and spending as much time there, because I find like I can be present and I find joy in it. So like, why wouldn't I?
So can you explain to me what creativity looks like in your pickling realm?
Yeah, I mean, it's like exploring different flavors. I have like when I was first starting out, it was really intense. Like I had like a couple fridges full of just like random experiments, where I'm just like chili peppers, mustards. I was like throwing ketchup in there, like just awful tasting stuff. But it came from some stuff out of it actually came to be pretty good, like the recipes and the products we have now. That's where the creativity kind of comes in. Like I just have all these ingredients laid out, and I'm just like messing around in the kitchen, having fun. And then like, you literally look at like especially like our pickled onions, like it's a beautiful product. And we just are launching a spicy one coming out pretty soon. And like seeing like the habanero and the jalapenos and the red pepper flakes and the purple of the pickled onion floating in there. It's just like really lovely to see. So, and then also the creativity side of that too is like I do all of our creative and our marketing. So all the labels and the logo and the design that goes into that is everything that I've done. So that is also a release for me as well. And it's cool too. Like if you kind of look at Nate and I on paper, it's like we're exact opposites, but the perfect way to manage a business. So I really enjoy those things, and the things that he does, he really enjoys. So it's like a perfect mesh. So I really get to, dive fully deep in that and think less on the kind of financial side.
That's beautiful. Being able to be creative in a way that fills your heart and also fills your pockets.
Yeah. Yeah. Pockets aren't getting filled too much right now, but hey, we're getting there.
Yep. Come on now. You got to start somewhere.
Yeah. No, we're doing fine.
Sean, thank you so much for sitting in the chair and sharing your stories. I truly, truly appreciate you coming out today.
Oh, yeah. It was good being on here. Always love chatting with you.
Welcome to the chair, where Miss Dreme always has a story.
Thank you for listening to an episode of The Chair. I'm going to share with you a dream of mine. I would love to be on Sesame Street. Sesame Street held my hand through childhood. In my dream, I would be in my big afro or rainbow braids sitting on the stoop sharing hair stories. I would like your help, please, by doing all the things like leave a review, share it with someone who would benefit from hearing this episode. And if you know someone who knows someone who knows someone at Sesame Street, share your favorite episode with them, and I'll make you some of my famous chocolatey hot chocolate. I hope you have a beautiful day, or if you are like me, still up in the middle of the night, I hope you take a deep breath and rest. Love you. Talk to you later.
The chair.
Hello. Please leave a message after the tone.
Dreme, hello. I just wanted to tell you you're wonderful. I just got through going through your podcast. Love you, love you, love you, love you. Keep it up. Maybe I need to send it to Oprah and Tyler Perry. Love you, baby. You are great.
Where we share stories in the chair.